Welcome everyone to another update video for my game I've been working on that's sort of in development. Well, I sort of quit on it for a while, so I didn't do an update or anything, but now I am doing an update, and the reason is recently I talked to Brandon from the Gamers Cave. I don't know if any of you know him, and he was making a game, so I was sharing code with him because I program C# and so does he. Same language, that's all you really need to know. So I'm going to just show you what's new, and as you can see it's getting dark. I actually changed the lighting so that it's now by square. If I hit X, it'll actually light up the square next to it, so I can show you. I used to paint a semi-transparent black box over the whole screen, getting darker and darker, more opaque and more opaque to make it darker, which it still does, except it does them by individual squares now. So that's better lighting. Let's see, let's hit L, make it light again. And if I hit C, you can see the coordinates of where I'm at. So I'm basically 20 squares from the edge of the map. If I hit Shift, it'll sprint, and see I now have reached the edge. I can't go any farther that way. Now, I did add a little creature. Let's see, is he still up here? Or yeah, here he is. You can't do anything with him yet. He just spawns on occasion, then despawns. If you click here, oh, I left that in from previous. I was testing something. I'll just show you guys later. But yeah, anyways, so we can scroll through these and go ahead and pick up some resources and just ignore that cursor, whatever, you know. I'll explain that later, and you can pick up all these leaves, apple, and I'm just explaining how to use this because he's gonna probably be working with it. Maybe it'll give him some ideas for his game. So you can move this around using that and hit that to exit out. Over here we can hit that and it'll flip sideways and back, and this will move that. And if I hit I, it'll bring open a larger inventory where things can be placed in or taken out of. Hit I again and it'll go away. Now let me get rid of those coordinates, and let's hit light again. Get it. Well, that darkens it until it gets to light again. And then if I shift and I run, you can see the bar over here. Oh, I can run over water, cool. I haven't done anything with that yet. But yeah, anyways, you see it goes low, and then eventually I'll stop. And then it regains over here. Now, let's see, what was I going to say? I made it so you can sprint really fast because for debugging purposes, it makes it easy. So now let's get to the code, because that's probably the more important piece. And for Brandon, I want him to be able to understand what I'm doing here, because I didn't leave any comments, so because I wasn't intending to share it first, but I decided to because I haven't worked on it, and you might as well, you know, share the already pre-programmed stuff. It makes it easier on everyone who's using it. So as you see here, it's got a bunch of tools and data, and now finally the reason that there was a cursor sign in the, in fact I'll just open it up here because it's quicker. Cursor in my in the bush of the rock, oh, it's a rock, that's right, will make sense. I had actually was testing just dynamically adding, so in order to add a cursor, in fact I'll delete it right now. Wait, no, actually I'll just cut it out of there. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and delete it. I'll get that later. But anyways, data, we don't have any data for that, but now that I've removed that, you can go over here. You can see in the data for rock, I'd actually placed a cursor in there. So I just put the name of the file and it's .png automatically. They all have to be .pngs, so we'll save that. Now let's run this again, and you'll see when I find a rock, there we go. I'm going to click it. There's only, let's see, 2 rocks in there, I think. Yes, there are 2 rocks, and there is no cursor anymore, but we'll show you how to add back in. And I did so all the dynamically adds from there, so we'll go ahead and open the file again and go here. Anyways, so if we go in here to nature, in fact it'd probably be easier just to pick one of these things to add in. So let's do something like a creature, yeah, okay. So we're going to copy that, and we're going to go to items, go Control V, got a CRET for creature. here. We don't have any data for that, so we're going to go game, and then we're going to go nature. And let's put it in the plant. Or the tree, okay, the tree. So let's open tree up, and then what we're going to do is the name of that file is correct, like that. This is actually the size of a display on the screen. I could change that to like, well, I don't know if I really want to change that to show you. But yeah, I could change that and change the size on the screen. So if we go like start debug, I think that's all I needed to do to add it in. And let's look for a tree. There we go. See one right up here? Go and click it, and you see there's a creature item now in there. That's as easy as it is to add to the game. And if you want to go ahead and we go open file, and I'll go ahead and remove those things. But first, let me show you. If you wanted to add a tool, all you'd have to do is add the picture of that tool in here. Go and create the same name that you use for the picture. .text, open that up, and then do what it needs to be crafted. And then yeah. So that's pretty easy, and I think I didn't show crafting, so I'll do that really quick. If you hit M, a crafting box pops up, and we'll hit this, and we'll go like that, and then click that rock, and drop that in, and then you just go boom like that, and we add the rock in. Now we got our hammer, get another rock, we'll drop that in. Do I have another stick? Yes, there's a stick. Stick in, there's a hammer, but now we'll take our hammer, add it to the crafting, and the other one, the axe, will pop out, and we can just... So it's really easy to use. But yeah, that's it for crafting, really, as far as I ever got. So we'll hit M again, and just get rid of that. So I'm going to just talk about the code a little bit here. So I have approximately, the map is 1,000 wide. I showed you the edge map where it was 0, 0. So I actually, in order to load all those without like using a ton of memory, I have to load them dynamically. So what that basically means, let me go down to this, I think it's a map, it's in here somewhere, no, keep going down, here we go, it's in this, okay, it's called archive, and basically what I do is I create first the terrain in this make terrain method, and then using the archiver, where is it, archive, right up at the top, there it is, I place all that into an organized fashion that it can withdraw the exact square it needs to model. So basically what happens is, this is an array of a class that I use that holds all the information for a terrain piece, which is the image to display for the terrain and any other sort of properties. So basically what that does is this stores all the terrain that's in the whole thing, which is 1,000 by 1,000 piece. Now in order to store all that memory and run it, it'd be insane. So what we do instead is we go through each one of them. We take, this is a position I, we make a new point out of that position I, then we add that point into the X part of a three-dimensional array, the Y part, or at least what I assign to be a Y part, and then position 0 in that three-dimensional array is equal to I, which is the position that that terrain piece is in this array. So it's using two arrays. Then later, if we go down to give graphic, I think it's called. Yes, give graphic. You can see down here that I first calculate for the area that I'm going to display, and then I plug that in, the X divided by the terrain width, and Y divided by the terrain width. And then for the same position 0, and that gives us the number I, and then that I, like it was in the map terrain before, goes back into it and pulls out the exact terrain piece I need for the exact piece of map. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to share that. And most of you are probably going, I don't got a clue what you're talking about, but I remind you I'm doing this for someone who programs also, so they're probably understanding this, I'd assume. I mean, I don't know how experienced he is in coding, but I'd assume that Brandon is very good at coding, just the fact that he's building a game. Most people don't build games until they've spent a couple years coding, so I personally spent 4, which is alright. So I know a lot of stuff. Okay, aside from just talking about that, let's see if I can show you something else that's of interest. I think that's about all I really need to show. Everything else is pretty much describes itself. That was probably the most confusing part of the whole thing. And I think other than that, that's basically it that I need to show. And yeah, basically the classes are pretty much self-explanatory. Oh, except that as you can see, I'll just show this really quick. This is where it loads everything from those folders. That way I don't have to add code in every single one of those items, like a axe and a stick and all that. I can just add a picture and a data file, and that's how this parses that out. And this is an example of what that might be. So yeah, that's how that works, and that's it for now. So I will see you all later.